Okay, so let's talk about culture versus technical. Is there a sweet spot? Is there...
Well, yes, there is, particularly in somewhere where you have to have a qualification. So the technical ability of that qualification, like if you're recruiting for an electrical engineer, it's no good just not worrying about the technical ability, just going and hiring on culture. Well, you've got to consider it. So there is a balance. Yes, you've got to take both into consideration, but there is a lot of positions where you can actually upskill a really good culture fit for your organisation. So that's what you've got to really look at.
Do you find in that, so culture versus competence kind of model, if someone has got a really competent person but culture they're not a fit, what's the reluctance of business owners to get, like, do you need to exit someone if their culture is not a fit but technically very competent, or do you try and nurse them through a process? What's your experience?
Look, you've the first thing is that many business owners don't want to get rid of that person because they are so good at what they do. The short answer is you've got to find out the reason why there's not a culture fit. Maybe it's because we as the leaders of our organisation haven't put them in the right role for a start. Maybe we haven't given them the development and the training they need. There could be any number of things that we're not doing for a start. But conversely, it could be something that is going on in their life that we're unaware of and things like that. So the step one is to identify what's causing that. And if once it's identified and you've got a plan to improve things, whatever that may be, whether it's things you've got to do or things they've got to do, if that behaviour continues, then yes, ultimately, if the business owner wants to get what they want out of their business, they have to move that person on. Because any team is only as strong as its weakest link. So it's about managing that properly, because your people that are committed to you will leave if they see that you as the leader of the business aren't taking action on somebody else who is creating issues. And it's the old saying, it only takes one bad apple to wreck the case of apples. So it's about following the process that needs to be followed, but ultimately if there's no change in behaviour, they are the most dangerous people in your organisation, in your business, if you don't move them on.
A lot of the time the business owners don't see the non-commitment, because when the owner's around, the people, yes sir, no sir, yeah, we'll do that, we'll do whatever. And then as soon as the business owner's not there, then that's when the undermining or the slackening off or the whatever is that person is doing happens. And the owner doesn't see it, the other people see it. That someone will say something to the owner will say, oh no, look, he's great, he's doing this, he's doing that. So a lot of the time the owner is blind to it.
Just in conversations I've had with people around, team, it's hard to find the right people. Once you've got them, it's hard to move them on if they're no good. So if you have someone who's technically good at their job, can they be moved on just because the rest of the team don't think they're a good fit?
Yeah, if you follow the industrial relations laws and performance manage all your employees, you can get rid of people, yes.
I guess, how do you guys help someone manage a process of letting someone go who's technically quite competent, or technically competent but culturally just a poor fit?
Well, they won't be meeting all their measures, because measures aren't just technical measures. Measures just aren't technical targets. You've got to have all the other non-technical measures as well. So you have a set of rules of the game. The communication, the behaviour, all the behaviours, and then you've got to make sure that they know that, because you can't expect anyone to live up to it if they don't know it. So you've got a lot of work to do. Yes, there is a lot of work to do, and you should do it with every team anyway. No matter whether you've got someone that's not being productive or not, it's good best practice to have all those things in place. So you have to have all the HR stuff in place.